Hey guys, welcome. If you are new, hi, my name is Karina, and if you're not new, then welcome back. Today's video for Makeup Monday is going to be a review and tutorial on the brand new collaboration with Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. They did it once again. This is the new Divine Neutrals palette. Was anybody else like kind of taken by surprise? Because I feel like usually like their collabs are so out there and they talk about them so much, and this one was just like, hi, hello, we're collaborating. I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is happening, which don't get me wrong, I've never been disappointed with any of their collabs, so I'm really excited to play with this palette. This is, I think, a perfect everyday neutral palettes, warm palettes, fall palette is just perfect all year round. I haven't even swatched any of these, so we're gonna get right into it. I don't want to make the intro too long. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe because I do post videos every Monday for Makeup Monday, and then occasionally Wednesdays and Fridays. I try my best, but sometimes life gets in the way, so subscribe. It is free and we have fun here. So let's go ahead and jump into today's review and tutorial. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into it. So first things first, the palette, the packaging. I think it's so pretty. It's very simple, and I'm honestly kind of surprised that they didn't release a bigger launch. Like, one palette for Jaclyn seems pretty basic to me. Usually they do like a few palettes, or they will do one mega palette and a few brushes or things like that, but I can't complain. I think the palette is really pretty, and again, the packaging is just very unique. It almost looks like sun rays, and it's a pretty like light beige pastel color, not pastel, but it's like a beigey peachy palette, and it's just your typical cardboard box, and then it says Jaclyn Hill, Divine Neutrals, and Morphe, and then on the back you get all the information. When you open it up, you do get a pretty nice size of a mirror, which I really appreciate these. Even though I personally don't use them, I don't care for them, but they are nice to have them if you ever travel with them and you need a mirror on the go. That is perfect. So this one is retailing for $18, which I thought that was like an amazing price, because even though Morphe has really affordable prices, I think $18 is like an amazing deal. So you are getting 6 matte shades and then 6 shimmer shades. All of these colors are just so pretty, right up my alley. You guys know that I live for like the darker side of the palette, but honestly, you can do any color combination that you can think of, and this is going to look so pretty. I don't know exactly what I want to create today, but I don't want to overdo it because I want to try and keep it as simple as possible. But then I always say that, and I always go super extra, super extra. I'm going to switch lenses so I can zoom you guys in, because I know you guys appreciate when I zoom you in. So let's zoom you in. Okay, we are all zoomed in. If you see or find a lot of crepiness underneath the eyes, I think I overdid it with the baking, and now my under eyes are like super dry. But anyways, we're going to keep it pretty simple, hopefully, with today's look. I definitely don't want to overdo it, but then I don't want to underdo it. So we'll figure it out. Let's take the shade Good Vibes, which is a perfect everyday color if you ask me. And I'm going to take that on a flat brush. And I'm just going to pack it onto the lid. Just really taking my time and pushing the product in there. This is definitely a lighter tone. It's very like caramel-y. And if you are deeper skin tone, then this is going to be a really pretty transitional shade for you. So all I'm going to do is just pack, pack, pack. Make sure I get all the creases out because I have wrinkly lids. I'm going to switch brushes. And this may not look clean, but it is a clean brush. It's the Morphe M514. And this does have a little bit of kick up, but nothing too crazy. But the pigment, as you can see, it's there. I'm going to take the shade Just Barely, and I'm guessing this is a really light transitional shade. Jaclyn is super, super fair skin, so this might be like her perfect transitional shade, and this might be too dark or too light for me, but we're going to find that out. I'm going to take that onto the crease. Yeah, that's definitely too light for me. Okay, you can't even see it really. but since I already laid it down, I'm just going to keep working it into the crease. So let's go back with Good Vibes, which is that shade that we applied all over the lid. And let's just bring this up a little bit higher. So then this one should have been my transitional shade. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer on my brush. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look straight to see where I can cut my crease. And then I'm just going to do a cut crease. So before the concealer dries out, I'm just going to go back with Good Vibes. And I'm going to pack it onto the outer corner. I'm going to switch because I feel like I keep getting the palette in the way of the microphone. But I'm going to apply my color in the outer corner. Pick up some more and then apply it onto the inner corner. And I'm going to take the shade Chic Cabins, which is that matte white or matte pink. And I'm going to press it into the center of the eyes. Just tapping it on. I'm going to use my finger to see how it works. And I'm going to take the shade Birthday Suit, which is that really pretty, or should we want to take All Luxe? Let's take All Luxe because it is like a very pretty pop of color. And I'm going to tap that on the center. That is really, really pretty and it's very pigmented. I added a little bit of Birthday Suit onto like the outer corner since I already had it on my finger. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Booked, which is a really, really pretty like deeper cinnamon color. And I'm going to grab a little bit. I'm not going to go too heavy-handed with it. I just want to add a little bit more dimension onto the eye. And I'm going to stick that into the outer corners of the eye. And as you can see, I'm winging it. And I barely tapped my brush and it's super pigmented. And then bringing that into the inner corner. That color is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Look at how easy that halo eye was. I'm going to go ahead and do the same to this eye. I'm going to apply my lashes off camera. I'm not sure which lashes I'm going to go with. I might go with something like this. I just picked these up from Walmart. So I'll let you guys know which ones I go with, and I think that'll be the end of this video. I like it though. I like it. So for the lips and to finish off this look, I'm going to take a L.A Girl lip liner in the shade Maple Glaze. I did just recently do a top 5 favorites drugstore lipsticks that are my absolute go-to, that are nude of course. If you want to check it out, make sure you click on the link up here, which is a card. And then for the lipstick, I'm going to take this one by Maybelline. It's a Super Stay Matte Ink and it's in the shade Driver. This one is really pretty. It's like a very beigey nude, and I was gonna leave it just matte, but I'm gonna go with a little bit of gloss. So I'm gonna take the NYX Fortune Cookie lip gloss. Their butter glosses are literally some of the absolute best. And then I just finished off the skin with a little bit of the Milani Supercharged Revitalizing Facial Mist. I like to use this when my skin is really feeling like really tight and dry. So this is the final look. I also added a little bit of a white eyeliner to the waterline. This is from L.A Girl in the shade Marshmallow. It's my absolute favorites. Oh my goodness, this palette is absolutely stunning, you guys. Like, I really wasn't expecting anything less from Jaclyn and from Morphe. For me personally, they've never disappointed me with any of their launches. This palette is perfect if you want an everyday minimal look. You can really stick to this side of the palette and just do an everyday look. Like, this was very simple to create. I used what, 2 shades, I mean we used quite a few shades, but you know what I mean. It wasn't like all technical and things like I typically do my looks, and I love how it turned out. It's very pretty, very minimal, very basic, but still wearable for work. And then of course, if you want to take it up a notch, you can stick to the other side of the palette and just really go and deepen up things, which I will definitely have to play with these colors on this side. So don't worry about that. I will have a video up using this palette very, very soon. So what are my thoughts? Like, do I really recommend it? I think it's totally worth it. For the price, you just can't go wrong. $18. I think that's an amazing price. And yes, you probably have all these shades in another palette, but I just couldn't pass it up. So those are my 2 cents. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to know if you guys are going to pick up this palette. Do you have it? Is it on your way to you? And if you guys recreate this look, definitely tag me on Instagram so I can show you some love and repost you on my stories. That is it for me and for today's look for Makeup Monday. I hope you guys enjoy it. I love you all. Stay safe, stay blessed, and until next time, I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Mwah.